Okay, it's Kevin here. Again, this is a bit of a rush job. Somebody sent me a letter a week or so back, and now they tell me that the exam is on Saturday. Well, if they'd told me that sooner, I would have got on it sooner. I'm pretty busy these days, as I keep telling you, and especially on a Monday. For example, and I keep telling all my students this, don't send me shit on Monday morning or Sunday night. So when I wake up on Sunday, let's say one application letter wanted review, somebody else sent me an essay for review, somebody else sent me an essay, she's taking a test tomorrow, IELTS test, somebody sent me an OET letter, they're taking their test in a few weeks' time, etc., etc. So I get a lot of traffic on a Monday. So, well, and indeed every day. So don't be surprised if you sometimes have to wait a bit for review, especially when I don't get paid for it. Anyway, that being said, disclaimer, teaching fair use, so don't be moaning about your copyright or any of that nonsense. Right, oops, don't need that. Oops, don't need that either. Where are we? So, as you can see, I'm not very well organised today. I've just had a mountain of work to get through. The students coming in half an hour, so this is going to be pretty quick. I hope it serves. So, Mrs Zanita, failure to conceive. Okay, now because it's not typed, I can't add any comments. I'll just have to read aloud what I think. So, these are our notes as well. So, write a letter referral to the gynaecologist. Okay, this is a story. There's Anita, so 38, tiredness, work-life stress, yeah, okay. Planning another child, quitting the OTP, again, so all this stuff, don't really need this. So, she quit taking a pill, 4 months, so 4 months after taking a pill, she's still not been able to conceive, and the connection with the previous one is a tiredness or difficulty. So, stress-related anxiety. So you might be able to link these two, but this is not strictly speaking directly related to this. It may be indicative of anxiety, you know, kind of stress, because obviously when people are stressed and anxious, there can be medical complications arising. So it could be maybe, you know, connect it in that way, because that's what we have to do. We have to connect the dots. So she came, stopped taking the pill, still got the stress and the anxiety, and which is increasing because she can't conceive. So you, the GP who is writing this, discussed different things and blah 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 blah. She came back again. Again, she's still not happy. He's, you know, anxious. Assessment. So she's come back kind of twice, basically with the same thing. Okay, I can't have a kid. I'm so old. Blah 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 blah. Anxiety. So tired. So the final visit comes back with the husband. He's supportive. No dysfunction. Everything works. Check his sperm count, etc., etc. Okay, so sperm count normal. So you're writing this to the specialist, laying out the story. Okay, and that's basically it. That's all we have to do. So let me get this while I wait up on the screen. So Mrs Zanita. Okay. Now, this is what they would consider this your further management and assessment. Greatly appreciated. They consider this a memorized phrase or sentence, because I keep seeing this in letters on the internet, not official ones, because it doesn't mean anything. So I'm writing to, I'm writing to request your further management and assessment, or your further assessment and management of Mrs Zanita, blah 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 blah. That would work. Now, Okay. Marketing manager. Currently, but she's not currently on oral contraceptives though. I thought she stopped those. So that's not correct in any case, is it? Doesn't it say that she stopped? So you're writing here after, or 3 separate visits, or is it 4? Sperm count. So after all this stuff, so she stopped taking these pills quite a while ago. So she was currently on the pill when she first came. So the 5th, so on the 8th, so on 15th of the 8th, she stopped taking OCP, so she came on the 7th of the 5th. So she came back almost a year afterwards. Okay, so that's almost a year, right? So she came back after a year, more or less. She said she stopped taking it. It was like January, February, March, April. She stopped taking them in April. Okay, and she came back nearly a month later. So she stopped taking the pill 4 months earlier. She came back after the month, came back after the week, came back after a week. Okay, so she's not currently on all contraceptives then, is she? She stopped taking those, 8-9 months ago. Tiredness and difficulty sleeping for 2 months due to work. Okay, again, I'm a gynaecologist. What's that got to do with me? So that's again, you're writing to me, the gynaecologist, to the reader, the examiner. So unless you're going to do something with this and connect it, join up the dots in the story, why do I need this? I don't. So, Mrs Zanita reported no change symptoms. She's planning to have a child in 12 months. Right, I think you've got this mixed up here because she said no change. Oh, and by the way, I'm planning to have a child in 12 months. Then why did she stop taking the old contraceptives 4 months ago? Surely that should have been here, which is almost a year ago. So this doesn't make sense. She's currently on OCP. Well, she isn't. She was planning to have a child in 12 months' time. Well, surely that happened here in 2005. Let's have a look. Yeah. So you've got all these notes the wrong way around. You've got, oops, sorry. Get right out of the way. That's something for someone else. You see, I've got files everywhere. Essays, marking, Anyway, let's get back to yours. Right. So she's not currently on OCP. This, she was planning to have a kid in 12 months, should be here because she stopped taking the OCP 4 months ago. Frequency of sexual illness were discussed. Mrs Zanita experienced anxiety for Conceive, concerned of her age. Well, she didn't really say that. She said that she was too old. 1 twice a day was prescribed. Her husband, no history of erectile dysfunction. The sperm count were normal. In light of the above, in view of the above. So Zanita needs your specialist advice. For your care, for hesitate to contact me. So, the content here is not so good because you've got the timeline wrong for the OCP. This was a year ago, not now. She stopped taking it 4 months ago. So examiner's not going to be too happy here because of the content. Really. That purpose, not too bad. The content accurately represented. Well, it's not, is it? Inaccuracies in content. Right. So for B, you need kind of 2, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. All right. So purpose, that isn't bad. Content, inaccuracies, only 3, and we need 5. Irrelevant information. Well, yeah, we don't need all that stuff. That's not bad. That's not too bad. Mostly appropriate with some laxes. So, language part's good. Purpose not too bad, but there's some inaccuracies in content. There's some stuff there that's not correct. Some irrelevant stuff that I, as a reader, don't need unless you're going to do something with it, connect things up, join the dots, etc. And the organisation, it's not as logical as it could be because you've got the content wrong, you've got the timelines wrong. So you would be struggling for a B with this particular letter, mainly because of content, irrelevant information, and the organisation. Okay? Hope that helps.